Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Friday rolls along, you wanna hear my song, so welcome to my show. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
And here we have Soraya Sobreiad's Undhiu with Boca Burgers and Kasha and coleslaw. This is a meal that takes less than 30 minutes to prepare. It's vegetarian. It's the first cooking show episode now that I'm back in Queens, New York from California. This is a nice recipe to have right after work. You have the ingredients at home. You cook it really quick. 10-15 minutes, it's done and you can enjoy it. Let me show you how it's done. Hey, holas! This is Soraya Sobreiad. I am the queen of healthy Latin cooking, my darlings. And I am back in New York. This is my first episode being recorded back in Queens, New York. I'm in Elmhurst, just a few blocks away from where I lived before on 79th Street, where Soraya Sobreiad, me, the queen of healthy Latin cooking, I was born here in Jackson Heights, my darlings. Why was I born here in Jackson Heights? I'll go through that really quickly. Is that there's such a vibrant LGBTQ community here in Jackson Heights. Even if you're not LGBTQ, you're going to be invigorated, you're going to be inspired, you're going to be enlightened here in the borough of Queens, which I believe, and statistics do say, it's one of the most diverse neighborhoods of the 5 boroughs of New York City. So welcome to Soraya Sobreiad's fierce cooking show, back in Queens, back in action. Really quickly, I'm just going to say hi to a few friends. Madeline Crespo, who today on Instagram says that she was missing the cooking shows. The first one, I think it was the second one, where I made the caldero of beans. She goes, I missed the old caldero, the big bubbling caldero of beans. That was such a fun recipe that ran all night, honey. This recipe is not going to run all night. I want to say hi to Charlene Cassidy, my good friends in Long Beach, California, Jamie, Vanessa, Jessica. Oh my God, I met such beautiful transgender women in Long Beach, California. We bonded. I transitioned there. I had my surgeries, but I've had a wonderful 2.5-3 years once I left Jackson Heights to go to Cali. Incredible stories I will share with you in my episodes moving forward here in New York. So again, olas, if you're new to my show, what I do is healthy Latin cooking. I'm back to flexitarian, offering vegan, vegetarian, and flexitarian recipes, okay? So I'm a well-rounded woman, honey. I'm well-versed. I'm ready to teach you, share with you my healthy cooking techniques, food plans, recipes, okay? Now that I'm back in New York, it's been 3 weeks, started a new job here, but the one thing I want to say, there was one particular recipe, when I got back, I think the same day or the next day, I immediately got into. Now why did I just go right to that recipe once getting back to New York? Well, I didn't find many Middle Eastern foods in California. I'm sure they exist, and there were some foods that I really missed. And so I'm going to share a recipe. It's not a recipe that I'm cooking from scratch. I'm implementing some prepackaged frozen foods with my lovely Boca Burgers, which I love, and then cooking some kasha with it. It's this one recipe that I adore. It's not mine. I would love to make it one day, but for right now, this is like a recipe you can make when you're coming home from work. Within 30 minutes or less, this recipe and this dinner will be prepared and done for you. Now, it's a big meal. It's on my Weight Watcher plan, my exchanges I should say, because I follow the old Weight Watchers plan. And so it incorporates all my vegetables for dinner, my fats, my carbs, and it's vegetarian, okay? So we're gonna go through the ingredients just like old school, darling. And I'm gonna say, I love to cook for you, baby. I love to cook for you, yeah. When you're watching the public access TV and you feel you're so close to me, then you'll see that I love to cook for you, baby. Windows open, honey. And the new neighbors are hearing all of this, and that's fine, honey. But now we're gonna go into the ingredients of the recipe, and we'll take it from there. It's good to see you all. Be back. Bye. Okay, my darlings. As usual, that's how I do. Okay, I'm back. Where did I go? I was getting ingredients. Well, anyway, just want to make sure everything's cool, yeah. Okay, so this recipe is, let's see, it's like a mix, right? This is the primary item in this recipe. It's called Undhiu. It's mixed vegetables sauteed and seasoned in authentic Indian style. It's vegetarian. It's by Deep Indian Gourmet. Now, Patel Brothers here in Jackson Heights, just a few blocks away, like 74th Street, is a very vibrant, diverse Middle Eastern community. And they have some supermarkets in the area. And this video will incorporate some of the places that I shop today for these products. But this is just one of my favorites, and I used to eat this so often while I was in New York. I'm gonna explain how I do this. I do this as my hot vegetable. It has potatoes, eggplant, green beans, pigeon peas, canola oil, sweet potatoes, lemon beans. It has like these little wheat dumplings. It's sort of spicy, not too spicy, but it's a great, like a mixed bean vegetable with some carb and eggplant, alright? Like an eggplant guisado, but Middle Eastern, right? Does that make sense for some of you? Because I'm so excited. And then what I do is I take Boca Burgers. Now these are the turkey ones, which I adore these. They taste so good. These are vegan, alright? Okay, this way. These are Boca vegan turkey burgers. I take 2 of these. So 2 of these is 5 ounces, which is 5 ounces of my protein. And then that's what I usually have for dinner. And then this is 1.5 cups of vegetable. But this has fat in it, but that's okay. It's not like a broccoli or Brussels sprout vegetable, but I put it in the vegetable category. It does have carb, it does have fat, but that's okay. And then what I do is I get red onion, and I saute the red onion with the bocas. I chop the bocas up, and then I use any dry coleslaw. This is a Dole brand of dry coleslaw. And what I do is, I'll show you it, but I layer it. And then as another carb that I add, Kasha, buckwheat groats. This brand I could not find for my life in Long Beach, California. I was so used to the Wolf's Kasha. I don't know. I was able to find buckwheat groats. Lazy Acres had a golden buckwheat groats that was amazing. I mean, it was one of the best buckwheat groats I had ever. It cooks instantly. It has so much fiber. Let's take a look. 2 grams of fiber and 1/4 cup. And this is not a white flour product. I adore this. This is a grain that cooks super quick. Funny, I have not said super in that way. It must be the wig and being in New York and in Jackson Heights. I'm too excited, boys and girls. But this cooks super fast. Super fast. I cannot say that enough. And so this is a really great meal to have. Like, you come home from work, you don't want something traditional, you want something a little ethnic, a little Middle Eastern, a little spicy like me. Quick, I never am, honey. I'm not a quick girl. You're gonna have to get to know me for a while for you to get there with me. But this is really cool. There's no meat. It's vegetarian. The bocas are vegan. So we're gonna go to the stove, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna weigh out 4 ounces of kasha with about 1.25 cups of water, a little bit of adobo, and a tablespoon of olive oil. That will cook massively quick. As the kasha is cooking, I'm gonna take 2 Boca Burgers. First of all, nuke them in the mic just to defrost them for about 1.5 minutes. Then chop them up with some sauteed onion. We're gonna brown that and saute it. And then once we're doing that, we're gonna throw this in the microwave, 3 minutes high, stir, and then cook another 2 minutes, and then that stand 2 minutes. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This alone is 10 minutes. So while this is going on, you're doing your kasha. Kasha's gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes, and you're doing your Boca Burgers. And then the coleslaw, you're doing them raw. And you're just gonna layer the coleslaw, the kasha, this, and the bocas. And you're gonna layer that in a bowl, or you could just add it all together. But if you layer it in a bowl, I'm gonna show you. I have a pink bowl, and you'll be able to see through it. It's really cute, and it's absolutely delicious, and it's healthy. No white flour, no heavy sugar. This is about the only product that might have a little bit of sugar. 3 grams. It's 2 servings here, which are 210 calories each. So this has a good amount of fat, okay? Which is okay, all right? We're not eating fried foods, are you? You're not eating fried foods anymore, are you? So the fat is acceptable. You know, again, we're not doing fried foods. Soraya's not. I hope you're not. And if you are, you can always cut down, okay? So it's going to be reasonably carb related, carb ratio, fat ratio, protein ratio, pretty much plant-based meal, okay? So let's get cooking to the kasha, and then we'll do everything else too, okay? Yeah, we'll be back. Yay! And before I proceed on, what you will need as far as ingredients, you will need, of course, just everything that I just went through. And then you'll need some Goya adobo, some Goya olive oil, or any olive oil of your choice, but I love Goya, and one day maybe they'll say hi to me, email or something, because I've been using their products forever. They should really, you know, just say hi to me. Se mira, nena, tú has cocinado con los productos de nosotros por mucho tiempo, chica. Mira, venga aquí que queremos hacer un cooking show contigo. That's what I would love for them to say. Then I use Smart Balance Original Cooking Spray. You're going to need some cooking spray for the Boca Burgers and the onions when you saute them. What else? That's it. Measuring spoon. You know, I like measuring my food. And then we're going to use 4 ounces of kasha, like I said, and then everything else. So you'll need a scale for your food. Again, for my weight loss and weight loss maintenance, I continue to weigh and measure my foods pretty much unless I go out to dinner. Then I don't do it there, but I pretty much do it all the time. And what else? A non-stick skillet, a saucepan to make the kasha, a microwave, and then we'll get ready to go, okay? So let's start cooking. Okay, so I had the Boca Burgers in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, so they thawed out a little warm. That's cute. So now what we're gonna do is get the kasha ready. So I have my little Cuisinart Trusted on the stove. I'm taking a tablespoon of Goya olive oil. I'm adding that. Now you can bypass the oil if you wish. The fact that the vegetables does have a high oil content, you may want to, you know, save some calories of the oil and bypass the oil here for the kasha, but I'm not going to do that. You know, because I eat basically low fat most of the time, and it's okay to have a treat like this every so often, right? It's okay. So that's going to start boiling. And then what I'm going to do, once that's up to a boil, I'm going to add the kasha. Now for some of you, and I hope a lot of you know, that all my life I struggled with obesity. And one way that I found to lose the weight and maintain the weight is through weighing and measuring my food. So that's why you see the scale on the counter. I'm going to weigh out 4 ounces of kasha. Each ounce of kasha is a carb for me in my food plan. That's how I do it. If I'm going to have rice, the rice is the same way. Each ounce of the rice dry is a carb exchange. So here I have 3.99. I could be held accountable. 3.99 as she focuses. Yep. Here the water is boiling. Perfect time to put the kasha. I don't rinse the kasha. She goes straight in. This is lovely. This is so... I have such a great feeling right now. It's just like the old days of the cooking show, where I used to just grab the camera and go back and forth. Now what you want to do is just make sure all the kasha is immersed in the water, right? Before we cover her and lower the heat, we just want to make sure that all the kasha has touched the liquid, right? So it cooks. We're going to bring her down. She's on high now. She can't stay on high. She has to come down too low. See how quick? So I'm just going to take off the stove for a second because I want to get the lid. Because when I do the cookie shows, they're so on the fly. Okay, so now she's covered. She's on low. And I'm going to give it 10 minutes. And I'm going to come to the microwave and set the timer. She cooks really fast. Unlike me, I don't heat up too fast anymore. Hormones kind of, my libido's always been kind of lower now, which is good. It's good for me. So now I have the timer on for 10 minutes for the kasha, and we'll be back. Hey my darlings, so now the kasha is on the stove, right? So that's going to be about 10 minutes, right? Like I said. So while that's going on, we're going to go to the vegetables, the Undhiu. vegetables. This is some good stuff. And I do have some shredded coconut because it looks like it has coconut garnished, shredded, but I'm not gonna do that because So let's go with the directions. Come on, right? You haven't been with me for a while, so you have lots of time. You're very patient with Soraya. So it says here, for microwave oven, remove tray from carton and puncture film 3 times. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's grab a fork. I have a fork, and we're gonna puncture the film, which is this, 3 times.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3. Good. And then it says heat on high for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave for 3 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay? Hey. So first 3 minutes for the cooking of the vegetables. Right? Now, before I go back and put her on again for the other 2 minutes and the other 2 minutes, we'll follow the instructions. We're gonna go to the stove because I'm gonna start cooking the bocas, right? So the bocas are gonna saute with red onion. So we're gonna get to the non-stick skillet, which is a Cuisinart, who's always supported Soraya Sobraid's Fierce Cooking Show, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, let's go, let's go. Wow, at the same time that we're getting ready to do the bocas, the timer's gone off for the Kasha, which is cool. So I'm gonna turn off the Kasha, I'm gonna turn off the timer, and now we're gonna do a Soraya Sobraid old school style. Just grab the whole tripod and everything. That's how I did my shows. And those shows got me on the New York Times, which actually today is the anniversary in 2014 that the cooking show article in the New York Times was published online today, the 17th, and tomorrow on the 18th of March makes, from 2014 it was published in the paper, page A18 on March 18th. Isn't that some crazy stuff? I mean, you think about the coincidence of things. Back on March 18th, I got in the paper of the New York Times on page A, first section, 18. Isn't that cool? So nice, right? I'm so fortunate, I'm so blessed. So you'll see the skillet in a second. I just cubed the Boca Burgers that are thawed. Cubed them, and now I just added them into the non-stick skillet. I'm going to show you right now. So those are the Bocas. They're cubed up. We don't need to add any seasoning here at all. This will cook in about 2 to 3 minutes. Not a big deal. We just want to brown them. We want to make sure they're heated throughout. We have the Smart Balance Original Cooking Spray. Really nice. Okay, we're going to lower this a little bit because it's a little high. This kitchen is pretty cool. I call it a pretty mess, like a vanity song. Pretty mess on my dress. Ooh, such a pretty mess. Such a pretty. So we're probably going to leave that cooking like that for about 2 minutes. Make sure that's heated throughout. Really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to bring this up a little bit so you can see my Cuisinart skillet. I love this skillet. And then I'm going to go to the microwave to put the vegetables for another 2 minutes. Here we have the Cuisinart microwave. So here we go, 2 minutes, it's on. And we'll be back. Hey darling, let's hope that the light is okay, but I just wanted to kind of show you my outfit if I can. Let's see how far I can go back where you can still see me. But these are mine. You know they've always been mine. But I don't think you're going to be able to see the whole outfit. Oh, let's do how I used to do. How could the diva of healthy Latin cooking not show you her outfit? Como va a ser? How could that be? Is there a Santa Claus? Is there a Sofia Vergara? Here we go. Is there a Soraya Sobreiad? Yes, there is. And here she is, darling. I'm so glad that with all the hormones and the transition, I still maintain my weight. Yes, darling, the queen of healthy Latin cooking. I want you to see all the goods. I want you to see what I worked hard for. You know, it's no sacrifice. I eat good, you know. I eat really, really good. I've learned to eat what works for me and works for my body. This is the outfit. Let's see if you can see it all. In this nice big kitchen. Yes, honey. Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Fierce Kitchen and Soraya's Fierce Cooking Show. Oh, I'm back, darling. Feel fabulous, I really do. I hope you do too. Let's get back to the kitchen. Let's finish this up because I'm getting hungry. Okay, so we're back, right? So we have a pink bowl here. We have all the components of the dish. There's the kasha, the Boca Burgers that are cubed and sauteed and cooked with red onion, the Indian vegetables, the Pakistani West Indian vegetables, and then we have the coleslaw, like I said, which is just regular dry coleslaw, which gives us fiber and a raw vegetable to the meal, which is really nice. Okay, so let's take a look at the kasha. The kasha is cooked, and what we do here, we just fluff her up a little bit, and I'm going to use the spoon that we've been using, and you'll see her once I layer her out in the bowl. Okay, I like doing layers here. It's really cool. I mean, I don't know where I got that from, but it's just the way I cook. And then here is the bocas, cubed up with onion and all of that, right? This cube Boca burger, this is the turkey burger one that I showed you. So we just cubed her up with red onion and cooked her in a non-stick skillet, right? Like I said. Okay, cool. And then we have the vegetables here. It's a small little portion. It's in this black little microwavable tray. It's cool. It's enough. Actually, I like more of this because this is so good. But I use one for each dish of this that I make serving. It's so delicious though. And then I have 6 ounces of shredded cabbage, like the coleslaw mix. The dough has it, and that's what this is. Or you can make your own. You can shred your own cabbage and carrots and have your own. That's really cool. So what we're gonna do is layer her. So I'm gonna actually put the camera closer so you can see all the layers. I guess. Yeah, I will. Okay, so I have the bowl here, and I'm gonna show you how I do this. What I start with, you can start any way you want, but this is the kasha. And then I add, you can do this in any order you want, but then these are the vegetables. They're really, really delicious, okay? You just stir it up just to get all the ingredients blended in. And then I just put a little layer of this down on the kasha. And then I go ahead and put a layer of the slaw. And then I go ahead and put the layer of the boca turkey with the sliced onion, just a little layer like that. So then you put a layer of kasha, and then we're gonna go with a layer of the wonderful vegetables, right? You may want to just grab all of this and microwave it if the bowl is microwavable, and then go ahead with a layer. We're finishing up the layers. We right now have a layer of the kasha. Can you see? Isn't she beautiful? A layer of the kasha. We're going to finish this up with a layer of the kasha. A layer. We're going to finish up with the vegetables. I love these vegetables. They're so good. I tell you, I could use 2 of these in this recipe, but one is fine. And then we're going to finish with the slaw. Nope, and we still have some bocas left, which will be a cute little garnish on top. Beautiful. And that's it. And here we have Soraya Sobreiad's Undhiu with Boca Burgers and kasha and coleslaw. This is a meal that takes less than 30 minutes to prepare. It's vegetarian. It's the first cooking show episode now that I'm back in Queens, New York from California. This is a nice recipe to have right after work. You have the ingredients at home. You cook it really quick. 10-15 minutes is done and you can enjoy it. Hey, I'm back. The recipe's done. And you look at this. This is a full bowl of chow. Nobody you know. But totally healthy. This is a vegetarian dish. I'm gonna taste it. Now you saw the layers, right? Now I had to switch like cards on my DSLR camera, so I hope I got the layering. I haven't layered in a while. But anyway. Let's see. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so delicious. It's so delicious. It's like Grace Jones, I need a man. It's so delicious. Okay. So we have the Kasha, we have the slaw, we have everything. So delicious. It tastes like that diversity of Jackson Heights, Queens. That's what it tastes like. That was the first recipe I cooked when I got back. I had to have it. It was so reminiscent and all the different foods that I could find here. And that dish was one of the dishes I would treat myself to with my weight loss. And I'm so glad that I'm maintaining my weight loss now for 30 years. 80 pounds off. I'm gonna be 60 this month. This is a 60-year-old face and body that you saw. And I'm so grateful that I got to transition. And then I'm doing the cooking show again. You know, I trust the universe and God will open the doors for me to go where I'm supposed to go. And for right now, I was led to come back to Queens, back home. I have a nice little job and a new skill set and a new group of people to work with. But I will always be the queen of healthy Latin cooking no matter where I am. No matter where I go. And I hope you will follow me, what I'm doing on Instagram, Facebook, on YouTube. And just leave a comment on the YouTube channel with the cooking show if you liked it, didn't like the makeup, whatever, it doesn't matter, I don't really care. But you know, I want to share all my vegan recipes, vegetarian, flexitarian recipes with you. And hopefully they will be one day a Soraya Sobreiad kitchen restaurant. That's the goal, that's the dream, and hopefully that the cooking show will be on Bravo or MTV or something, you know what I'm saying? Hello. Alright honey, this is Soraya Sobreiad signing off, saying thank you for watching my first episode of Soraya Sobreiad's Middle Eastern. I work hard for the money. I need a meal in 30 minutes that's hot and tasty and that's safe meal, okay? Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Tiny roads along you, wanna hear my song, so welcome to my show. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
Hey, darling.
No longer a